Welcome to the channel. I'm glad to see you here, and today the video will be about why you should stop using other VPNs. They are unsafe, they work poorly, and usually I will show you how to set up a really cool VPN on your own server. It's easy to do, and supports different protocols. Accordingly, you will be able to use it on phones, on a computer, and on other devices. It works, it's secure, and your data won't be intercepted by anyone. And importantly, you have full control over everything. I believe this is the best option. And trust me, countries like China, Iran, and others know more about this than many others. And this is experience from there. So, let's have a look. I would be glad if you subscribe to the channel and leave a comment. This helps YouTube algorithms and promotes a fresh new channel. I would be very grateful. Also, in the description, there is a step-by-step guide with all the necessary links. It's important to get the best possible price, cheaper than elsewhere in the world, in other hosts. So, I hope you appreciate it. And do subscribe to the channel. Let's all watch. Now, you see this document. It is a document where all the links and necessary GIF images are available to make it easier for you to navigate and set everything up correctly. In general, this link is available in the description. Go ahead, and you will do everything step by step without mistakes. Below are links to the necessary instructions. I have already recorded other videos, like how to set up SOC 5, how to set up the 3x UI panel. It will work on your server, and you can create a VPN using the VLS protocol. Now we are going to talk about Amnezia. Therefore, to proceed, we go to the instructions and see that everything is clearly outlined step by step. I am sure that with its help, you can do everything without any problems. So, the first thing we start with is, we need some resources. In another country, let's say, we can choose and proceed via this link. I recommend this hosting, and here's why it's good. It has great flexibility and good support. The team responds quickly, usually within an hour, sometimes even faster. Plus, there's quite a large selection of countries. And through the link, you'll receive a bonus, which is 20% on your top-up if you do it within 24 hours. I think this is a very good offer. And they have the advantage that you can pay by card, even with cryptocurrency, any option. They are very flexible compared to other hosting providers. So, after you've clicked through, you'll see a page like this. Here, you'll need to register. This will be in the top right corner. Register. It will literally take 1 minute. Next, after registration, you'll arrive at such a control panel. We need to select a virtual server. Click Order An. Then choose the country we need. Here there is Germany, France, and other countries, including even Finland. In general, choose what you need, from which country you want to connect via VPN. Next, we choose a plan. A tariff plan. This will either be shared, meaning we will share resources with others, and our processor will be shared among other participants, or there is a plan just for you, and the processor core will be dedicated to you. I generally recommend choosing shared. It will be cheaper. Regarding Amnezia, I recommend choosing either the first tariff or 2-1. I recommend, when you have a few devices up to 10, if you have devices here that will be using it, this will be more than sufficient for you. If you have more than 10, I recommend choosing 2. Let me show you with example 1. Next, we choose the operating system. We choose either Ubuntu 24.04 or Ubuntu 22.04. Let's choose 24.04. Choose how you will pay. You can pay monthly or for a longer term. I do not recommend hourly payment, as it will be 3 times more expensive. Let's choose, for example, monthly. You can enable or disable backups. The difference is that if something happens to your server, with backups, you can restore everything in a few minutes, without having to reinstall everything on the server. Therefore, you can pay a little more money and gain greater reliability. Next, we click Pay. And we choose the method. Here you can select credit card. You can also choose other methods, including cryptocurrencies, basically any. Options. When you pay, within a few minutes you will receive a message in your email that the server is ready and there will be your IP address. This means that the server has been set up and everything is excellent. I also actually recommend topping up the balance with some amount of money for 2 to 3 months, so that when the money runs out after the first month, your server won't be disconnected and you won't have to set everything up again. Top up, literally, about $15, and that will last you for 3 months. I also recommend a second service, which is Admin VIP. They are great guys. I work with them. I have a server with them. And they also have excellent support. The only thing is, they don't have an English language option on the site, but I'll tell you how to make sure that's not a problem. Right-click and translate to English or to any other language of your country. Any language will do. You can choose. Here, for example. Well, different browsers. Depending on the engine inside, it could be Chrome or others. In general, everyone already knows how to do this. When you proceed, you click on this link and choose which country. Example, in Germany. Notice, everything is automatically translated. After that, choose the peripheral plan. You can also choose monthly or for a longer term. I would say that the prices are quite cheap compared to the rest of the world. Approximately the same DigitalOcean or some Ultra will cost more. Let's get a 60% discount. I'll show you how to do it. We select 1 month. We choose to order. Also, if you have 10 devices, 1 promo, the tariff plan will suit you. If you have more than 10, then there are 15, 20, 30. I recommend clicking order for micro. Here we choose any. Server name, select the operating system, either Ubuntu 22.04 or Ubuntu 24.04. Let's choose 24.04. You can also add a backup. It's inexpensive. The backup costs about $50, which is much cheaper than AESA. We click order. We see that it's around 500 rubles. That's about $5. But if you apply the promo code I gave you, which is called OFF60, you'll see that the server will start costing around $2. $2 for such resources with such excellent support. That's great. We click Continue. You fill in all the details here, create a password, and you can pay using various options. Most likely, you'll need to choose this option, which is bank cards. Select it and make the payment. The only thing I can warn you about, you'll be asked for a Russian standard phone number. You can enter it starting with a 7, for example. 7999, then 5, 6, 7, 4, 3, then 89. If it happens to already be in the system, just come up with a new one. There's no problem with that. And after that, when you choose this payment method, make the payment and you'll also receive a message via email. I also recommend topping up through the same method later. Method within your personal account. $10 to $15. so that it lasts you a couple of months using the server, and it doesn't get disconnected. After payment, you'll receive a message that the server is ready, which will also include the IP address. All this means that either with the first host or the second host, you have a server. There are capacities in another country, and you can already install the necessary software with Amnezia cookies on your server. After we have the data for the server, we need to download the Amnezia application. It can be downloaded in two ways, either from the official website amnezia.org, or there is a mirror. You can find it in the Google search engine, or you can find it via the link in the documentation description. Everything is shown in great detail here, how to download and install it. You go to the website, and you need to go to the Download tab. We see that Amnezia is multi-platform, available on Windows, macOS, iOS, Android, and Linux. It can also be downloaded from GitHub. Download it in whichever way is convenient. And after you've downloaded it, install it on your computer, grant all permissions, and launch the application. After launching the application, when you've installed the add-ons, it offers options to choose from, and we need to select self-hosting. That is, we select the hosting we set up, click on it, and we need 3 variables to enter into the program, which are the IP address. That can be found either in the email sent to your inbox or in your provider's personal account, or the admin DPS. You can go there and see your IP address in your services, for example, with a language when you have set up your server, and this address can be viewed in the service. And here, we also see that our login is root, and you can copy or view the password from here. You can copy and transfer it here, just like the IP address. After you have entered all these 3 variables, click Continue. The program will connect to your server, and it will offer to either choose the level of censorship in your country or select a protocol. I suggest choosing the protocol. You need to continue, and let's study this carefully here. In fact, Amnezia contains numerous protocols, and they will work differently depending on the level of censorship in your country. I recommend the simplest and quite secure protocol, which is Amnezia VG. This one here. What sets it apart is VarGuard, but with some enhancement where there is traffic fragmentation and, accordingly, more robust encryption. There is also the classic VarGuard, which is good because it is quite fast and supported by many clients, such as not only Amnezia, but also X-Ray. This is a protocol with obfuscation. Based on reality, you can disguise yourself as a website. I recommend using it if you are in a country where there is quite a high level of censorship. OpenVPN. Also, with OpenVPN through clock. In general, you can read more in the document, or in the Amnezia documentation. But overall, I recommend initially using the first 3. And we will now demonstrate using amnezia.vg as an example because I believe it is the most optimal. Here, once we have made our choice, you are prompted to select a port. The system automatically selects a port, so I suggest not changing it. But if you have a specific requirement, you can set your own. Click to initiate the installation. and we will need to wait approximately 5 minutes for everything to install. Sometimes it can be quicker, within a few minutes. In the document, I show everything, the instructions, as you can see. It's all step by step, where to input what, where to click, with descriptions. Therefore, follow the link in the description and use it. You can also send it to your friends and family. And we see a message that Amnezia has been successfully installed. And there is a button to connect. We can try to do this. Let's try to do this. Click connect. And that's it. The VPN is working. Any traffic that will now go through will be packaged, and we will appear to be coming from this IP address, as if we are in Finland. Let's test another option that you might need. You need VPN access not just through a computer, but also through other devices. Alright, that's not a problem. We'll sort it all out now. We click on this button here, which is to share, and here we can manage. Users. We see that here is our main computer, which manages, and we can also issue other accounts. Alright, great. Let's issue one for our iPhone. We enter. For example, iPhone, enter the server. In this case, our first one. We enter it. Which protocol we currently have only one installed and enter, for whom its format is. We plan to use the Amnezia VPN application, so we select it and click share. The application will now allocate for us access, and we will be able to transfer it to our iPhone. How to transfer the first option? The simplest way is you can just scan this QR code with your iPhone, but you need to have the application installed on your iPhone beforehand. You can find it in the Apple Store. And for this, you don't need to be a pro, you just download, install it, and scan with the camera. This code is done very simply in a minute. There's even an instruction annotation here on how to do it, or you can, for example, if you don't have the ability to scan, you can share the configuration. That is, you can simply copy the line, see how easy it is to do. Let's say, let it be an iPad. Excellent, we are waiting. We see, it has also appeared. We have a QR code, we can view the parameters, and here we can use this code. If we copy it, or do it another way, we will have it, as you can see, a file that we can simply send to a person. They will upload it via the file. Or we can simply copy it, see it and send it to a person. The person will simply insert this code into the program and gain access to your server. So there is no problem at all. You can download it on any platform and use a multitude of different devices on different operating systems from one server. I would also like to show that you can set up another protocol. I'll show you how to do it. Suppose you want to use not only the NICE and VG protocol, but also a more secure, more masked protocol. Great, no problem. Go to Settings, navigate to Servers. Select your server and you'll see that we enter the tab of Protocols on our server. And here, even Services, you see, you can install various additional services. You can delete everything, but we are interested in protocols. Great, let's set up the X-ray protocol. We'll install it on the server. Click. Always remember, here, X-ray operates on port 443, so don't change it. You click Install. Also, wait for about 5 minutes, the necessary dependencies. and components will be downloaded, and everything will be automatically installed on your server. Wait, it won't take long, trust me. After this, we have the opportunity to we see that the installation has occurred, and we can now connect using a different protocol. Let's try it out. I'll tell you straight away that X-ray takes longer to connect, so it's heavier, but it's more concealed. Great, we've connected, and you can also share this protocol with other devices. I hope that this guide was helpful. Be sure to check the tab in the description. Everything is detailed step by step here. I hope I've created the simplest guide for ordinary people who don't understand IT very well and everyone can create their own quality VPN and stop using low-quality VPNs from corporations and companies. I hope I was helpful to you. If you found it interesting, please subscribe to the channel, give it a like, and leave a comment. I would appreciate it. Thank you.